What I would like is 4x cut and 2 counterattacks. Do you have a time limit for the disc 1 skip since you had to speedrun Midgar? Yes and no. Like, technically no, but in order to hit the game time that is required to make it not the worst thing ever, yes. But that's only on console. If you're doing PS4, PS5 with no encounters or Steam version, then you don't have to worry about that. Not necessarily the longer it goes, but there's a very specific game time that makes it substantially easier. And there's many game times that make it practically impossible by humans. You gotta find a game time that's, like, doable. There's some that require like 8 frame perfect pauses. So like those are out. But if you were to go through Midgar super slow, you can still eventually find a game time that's gonna work. But like I said, there's one at 2 hours and some change that is the easiest within the first, like, I don't know how many hours he looked at. Like 3 hours or something. Maybe even more than that. 3 or 4 hours. There's one in particular that is the easiest out of all those. At about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yes, it creates a bottleneck for the speedrun, but the bottleneck is different depending on what time we're talking about. You know, if you get out at like 1 hour and 40 minutes, then the next doable seed might be a minute away. If you get out at 1 hour 50 minutes, it might be 10 minutes away. Like, it just depends. But if you go into the speedrun with a time in mind, with a seed in mind that you've practiced, then it bottlenecks the entire speedrun, and basically your speed out of Midgar doesn't matter as long as you hit the bottleneck. It was the same back when Cosmo Canyon Skip was first found. The speedrun basically only started after Cosmo Canyon Skip. The time was always the same up until Cosmo Canyon Skip, because there was a certain game time that they needed for the skip. So it became a very strange speedrun because it didn't even start till like 3 hours in. Other than the fact that if you had some extra time, you could like level up a bit. But other than that, your speedrun wasn't faster until after Cosmo Canyon. It was maybe a bit more optimized, or maybe had some extra experience, so you had better chance of survival or whatever, but it wasn't faster. But this run is a bit different. Almost there. We will definitely get some time to try. This is pretty different because, like I said, there's some gaps where, like, there's several good times within, like, a minute or 30 seconds, so I wouldn't say it's necessarily, like, bottlenecked, but it's, I knew it from the camera. You know, like there is some leeway, but it'll bottleneck you slightly. Same with the new PC run, if we start doing that. There's several time-based things, manips we have to do in the PC route. And so that's going to change things. No, it doesn't save time to be a higher level. Like, it could save a little bit of time in a fight or two, or just make them safer, but you're literally at the same as at game moment, or game time. So, like, it's not saving time until you do the skip. But, you know, there's obviously a big difference. Like, let's say you get to Cosmo Canyon skip 30 seconds quicker, right? So for 30 seconds, you can do, well, okay, let's make it bigger. Let's say like 3 minutes. You get there 3 minutes faster, right? So you have 3 minutes to level up. Maybe you get a level. 2 levels, maybe. Then maybe when you get to Demon's Gate, you deal a bit more damage and you kill him 1 turn earlier. Okay, so you saved like 15 seconds or something. Is it better to have a speedrun where you got there 3 minutes earlier, and because of that, you saved 15 seconds, and everything else you did for that entire 3 hours was completely moot? Or a speedrun where every single second every single turn you do incorrectly, every single menu you do slightly slower, all that adds up to a time save. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally, there's so much skill that you're losing because of the bottleneck. All the little things in Midgar that can save time, all the, you know, things that, all the skills that you've acquired over running the game for years, all that is completely nullified until after Cosmo Canyon. Except maybe you get 15 seconds or something, you know? So yeah, it's a big difference. Completely changes how the run works. All those little optimizations you've done over years and years of playing all don't matter now. Which is why it was kind of a big controversy when Cosmo Canyon skip was found, but then we found a way to do it without game time, so. That's what we were just talking about, Super Fuzz. We got it. Where's my counterattack at? I could level it up, but like... Let's just go. See how it goes. Probably terribly. It is impossible without game time. But, there, like I said, there's many game times that work, so it doesn't bottleneck it as bad. And the PC run has like 6 different things that are manipped with game time, but there's pretty much like every second, so like every like 3 or 4 seconds, there's another seed that works. So you're not really bottlenecked at all. You'll be bottlenecked by like 1 or 2 seconds. If I got there in 20 minutes and you got there in 19 minutes and 58 seconds, then our times would be the same. Otherwise, they're different. Right. But I will say that Disc 1 skip is more of a bottleneck than the ones on PC. And Cosmo Canyon skip had like 2 times that worked for the longest time. So that was a true problem. Luckily, we fixed that, but that was a big problem when it was first found. People wanted to make it... People wanted to ban it because it ruined the beginning of the run, because we didn't have the tools to find all the manips. We only knew like 2 times it worked. Disc 1 skip's really interesting too, because you could go... So like, let's say you get to Disc 1 skip at like an hour 50 minutes, right? And you look at the sheet, there might be a time that works at 1 hour 50 minutes and 10 seconds, but it could be really tough. It could have like 5 frame perfect pauses. And then there could be a time at 2 hours or an hour 52 minutes that only has 1 pause. And so now you got to make the decision. Do I go for the 5 pause or do I wait for the 1 pause? And so there's actually some interesting nuance to Disc 1 skip if people were to start really optimizing it. Oh yeah, so that vote ended up going through, by the way. The big vote to decide the rule change. So, the vote for Disc 1 skip was in favor 71% to create a new rule set, just as I said would happen. So now there's going to be, any percent is going to be with Disc 1 skip, and then there's going to be a legacy route that is the same as everyone's been running for 10 years. And the any percent will not have slots or no slots, because you can't use slots anyways. And then 61% of people voted to just completely prohibit unfocused glitch. It may still be allowed in free FPS, but in all the competitive categories, it's dead. And 86% of people, this was actually kind of a wild vote. 86% of people voted to remove SCM, which is, that was the one that I thought would be the closest vote. And it was the biggest vote. And then 84% of people voted to keep Playground skip and Junon FMV skip in no major skips, which is kind of a silly, I mean, I kind of expected that. It's a bit of a silly vote, but I can see why they did it, but it's kind of a silly vote. Unfocused glitch is a glitch that was just recently found that really breaks the game a lot by unfocusing the menu, unfocusing like the window, like alt-tabbing out of the game at certain times. People wanted to ban it because it's kind of similar to hardware manip. Like, if you could imagine opening the disk tray, unfocusing from the window is kind of similar to that in a way. Technically it's not. Technically we're just messing with the software, but if you kind of think about it rationally, it's like kind of the same as opening the disk tray. So it's not technically hardware manip, but the spirit of the category, it doesn't feel right to use. It's also a terrible glitch. Like, works sometimes, doesn't work other times, has different effects. Like, it's definitely not fun for a speedrun. So, I did not expect it to go through anyways, but it is an interesting discussion as to whether or not it's, like, hardware manip or not. No one would want to watch those speedruns, so I can tell you that right now. It's like, that would be awful. Unless we found a consistent way to use it. Which we might in the future, but... And then SCM is system clock manip. You set your computer to a certain system clock, and it changes all the RNG to be the same. SCM was a fun speedrun because it was basically an RNG manip run. It was like the fastest way to play Final Fantasy VII, which is always fun. It's always fun to have a category that's just like no rules, beat the game as quick as humanly possible, and that's basically what SCM was. But the problem with SCM was that it worked for every category. So when we originally found it, we decided to split every single category of the game into SCM and no SCM. And that caused a lot of problems. For multiple reasons. For one, there was a vote later where everyone was like, we want to put turbo in the game because a lot of people in the community have problems mashing for long periods of time. And we want to be inclusive and allow people that can't mash to still run the competitive categories. So then we added turbo, but the problem was SCM was already a category split, and so it had to split into 4 categories of no turbo, no SCM, turbo, SCM, no turbo, SCM, no SCM turbo for every single category. So that was an issue. And then the other issue with SCM was that it was breaking people's computers because changing your system clock to 1992 when you have a bunch of like stream components that are running off of the fact that we're in 2024 causes problems. People's stream decks broke by setting the system clock back, stuff like that. And so that was fixed when Mav made Speed Square, because he made it so you could just set the game to a certain RNG seed and not have to change your system clock. And so that was awesome, but people still didn't like SCM because of the category split. And in a way, it's kind of hardware manip as well, kind of, looking back on it. I mean, when you think about it, it kind of is. So yeah, but SCM is still a cool category. It's a fun category to watch. And it's also the fastest way to play the game. So I thought that it would be a closer vote as to whether or not to keep it or not, but sounds like everyone's kind of done with it. The problem with SCM also is like it was exciting when it was found, and then no one ever ran it again. So we had our fun, but like no one ever wanted to run it after that. Incredibly annoying to route because every time you find one little optimization, you have to change the entire thing and brute force another RNG seed and learn the new RNG seed. And then something new was found and you change the step route, and so you have to do it all over again. And yeah, it's terrible. So it was cool. I'm glad it was found. I'm glad we all ran it for a while, but like, I'm glad it's gone now, honestly. It especially the category split was a problem. It should have just been one category, like SCM 30 FPS or something, and just like, okay, so you guys ready for some fun? You guys ready for memes? Oh yeah, that was the other issue with the unfocused glitch, was that it didn't work on Speed Square. So we would have had to get rid of Speed Square, which was a program that Mavic spent months creating so that everything else could work right. And so if we allowed the unfocused glitch, it would have taken us back to pre-Speed Square, which I refused to go. I quit running the game because Speed Square wasn't a thing, so... I think I want to do this. I don't feel like this is going to go well. But... we'll do it for the memes. But I don't think it's going to go well. You can't claim Omnichair? Did someone else claim it and I missed it? So... Ultima Weapon should be our next target. But we're gonna speedrun skip him. And we're gonna try to beat Emerald first, so that we can have some fun with Ultima. And on top of that, we're going to try to do it with only Aerith. The issue with doing it with only Aerith is the time limit. I'm a little worried about the time limit. How much damage does this do? That's a little too much. I don't think we can do this yet. That's a little too much damage. Because this is a problem. Yeah, she's taking too much damage still. I was hoping the Zydric would do more, but She's too squishy. I should have grabbed some HP pluses, like, and leveled them up while I was doing the leveling. Because I can go grab them now, but they'll be level 1. Mistyle is the best if you can dodge things, but you can't dodge his things. Curse the magic defense bug. Yeah, we don't have time today to do that. We haven't even unlocked Ruby yet. Final attack, Phoenix, does not work well on Emerald because he drains your MP. Yo, Vol, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. It's great to have you here. Don't feel pressured to chat or anything, but glad you took time to say hey. How's it going, Valkyrie? Well, we could try this, but I think the only way this will work is if we keep somebody else alive, and I was wanting to do it with just Aerith. I mean, maybe if we run the Medial real quick. I just need, like, level 2. Still worried about the timer, but it'd be cool if we could at least survive with just Aerith on this level. If you understand his AI, then it'll work. If you don't understand his AI, then yeah, you'd get smashed. Kind of. It's not really a solo Aerith run, but the spirit of it is to kill everything with Aerith. So I figured why not try to kill Emerald with just Aerith? Just for fun. He'll use Air Tam Storm if you let him use Air Tam Storm. I'd actually go up a level or two here too. Aerith's HP is starting to like balloon. Oof. It's not very fast. Yeah, Emerald's AI is not 100% manipulatable. But in his... when his eyes open, he will always do the same thing. But it's dependent on other factors. But, like, if you know how the fight goes, you'll always know what he's doing next. And then when he's not, when he doesn't have his eyes open, he either shoots or stomps, but it's random. Whoa! What is that? Vol with 20 gifted subs? Brand new to the channel? And he drops 20 gifted subs? My man. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, dude. That means the world. I just appreciate you being here. I just appreciate being able to meet you. That is completely uncalled for. Pong, pong, pong. Do you think it would be possible to beat the game with only grenades? Yes. Would it be fun? No. Is it possible? Yes. Well, technically no, because you can't beat the beginning of the game before you get grenades. Once you get to the first grenade vendor, yes. You couldn't do the first mission. Yeah, that would be miserable. I would not want to do that. How do you heal? You don't. You would not have to use W item. It would be faster to use W item. Well, actually, hold up. Is 99 grenades enough to kill Safer Sephiroth? Is it actually enough damage, or do you need more than 99? It would need... No, that'd only be like 10k damage, right? So yeah, you would need W item. Unless... I mean, what are the rules here? Like... Are we only allowed to deal damage or heal with grenades? Or is it literally like you cannot select any thing in the menu or equip any materia that isn't called grenade? Like, it depends on the rules here. Like, am I allowed to put on W item? Am I allowed to put on armor? Am I allowed to put on preemptive materia? Am I, you know... When you asked the question, my thought process was we're only allowed to deal damage with grenades and we're not allowed to heal. That was what I figured you meant. And then W item's kind of a gray area. Are you allowed to use that or not? Without W item, I think you can still do the item glitch. Do you need W item to do the item glitch to get 127 of an item? Either way, it's still not enough. So I think you need W item just because you don't have enough damage. But yes, if you let me use W item, I can do it. It would be a terrible playthrough, but I could do it. And obviously, first reactor doesn't count. Okay, let's do this. Let's not say we did. I'll do it off stream and let you know how it went. No, they don't drop grenades at the start. They only drop potions. I think the ones in Shinra HQ drop grenades. And even so, you don't start with grenades, so. What was I gonna do? Check. Okay, we're almost there. A grenade run would be a lot more fun than a level 99 first reactor run, but it would be almost as terrible. Pong, pong, pong. So yeah, we'll give this one shot. I do have to leave right at 5 today. We're going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo in the snow. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. But, we'll give this one shot just for fun, and then on Monday we will do some craziness. We'll do some crazy, goofy, Aerith only. Because why not beat, you know, the goal of the challenge is to beat Safer Sephiroth with only Aerith. But why not beat all the weapons with only Aerith? And I want to beat Emerald first, because then we're going to have some fun with the clang combos. So, we gotta see if we can beat Emerald now so I can clang combo all the other enemies. Is Sephiroth a weapon? No, he's a human being. He's a human being. It's kind of the opposite of a weapon, actually. If you expanded it from only grenades to consumable items only, if consumable items only is easy. That's an easy playthrough. I could beat it in 20 hours. You get grenades for Midgar and it's easy. You get Molotovs in Costa del Sol, and then you get dragon scales and you win the game. It's actually super easy. You get right arms in Mount Abel. Yeah, the item only is like free. It's actually like easy. It's actually an easy playthrough. The only reason that grenades is like really difficult is just because like damage is just so low. What if we do a grenade-only challenge, but we play in like 500 speed? 500% speed. That could be fun-ish. Okay, 7,500. Probably a yikes, but we'll game. I don't know. Speeding up challenge runs just is not like it's, I don't know. It takes the challenge away. It doesn't feel real, but that would be like at least watchable. Grenade only would be funny to do, but completely unwatchable. So that's my issue with that. Okay. I mean, I think we still get clobbered here, but if I had 2 counterattacks, we might be okay. But I only have 1, so we're probably toast. because I have no way to... get rid of the eyes. And still survive. I mean, I could try one thing, but I don't think it'll work. But I could try it. That won't... I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. Especially with the Zydric. Like, not having the Zydric, she's going to take so much damage. There's, like, no way. Yeah, there's no way. If we had a better limit... Yes, my in-game time is correct. I can't because I only have one Quadra Magic and then it's gone. Well, two. Oh my god, does he have 1 health? 4. 17 hours other than, like, resetting and loading other saves. But yes, this save has 17 hours. Our main save has 17 hours. We skipped the entirety of Disc 1. That's a lot of the game. So we might be able to do this with Red 13 alive. Which kind of defeats the whole idea, but... with Red 13 alive, this could be doable. Probably still gonna run out of time, though. Oof, that's bad. That's real bad. Losing that MP is also bad. That's still... he's still not dead? Oof. Yeah, that's bad. That's not what we want. I can't believe the eyes don't die to that counter. Oh, we're dead. We don't want Master anything. That's why we're fighting him to get Master something. We skipped several of the commands, so we can't get Master Command until we beat Emerald. Actually, I think we're alive. We've done, like, no damage, though. Oh, no, never mind. Yes, we have the whole team together now. No, it would not be useful to use Lucky Sevens. I have a million ways I can win this fight, just not today. We need a little bit more. We need another counterattack. And honestly, our HP is probably okay. Probably just need the counterattack. Unfortunately, counterattack's going to be pretty far off. How much health? Hold on a second. So you'd be doing like 6K. I don't think that's gonna happen. We could try. Kind of curious to see. How's it going, Zuko? Her later limits would work, would help, but it would be a bit of a balancing act to make sure they're always up at the right time. Definitely doable, though. If she's the only one alive, she should always get it before he turns his eyes, and then we could use it when he turns, if we give her Fury. But she would need Fury, so we wouldn't have Sadness, so we'd have to be tankier. But it could work. But I think that would take longer than just getting another counterattack. Oops. Meant to do the other way. That's unfortunate. Red 13 didn't get his turn, so he's probably dead. Which means we're probably dead. Yeah, that's not enough of a increase in damage. Well, actually, she'll do more to the eyes, so we'll see. Nice dodge. I think she's just dead here, though, because I didn't get my Mega Elixir off. I want her to survive one eye hit so I can see how much damage it does. But I don't think it's going to happen. Shoot me with a yellow. No. Yeah. I want to see how much damage she does to the eyes with her counter. I don't think it'll be enough, but... I need a couple more turns to get hero drinks off. Fortunately, I think I have to keep the tough ring on. I don't think that's an option. I'll give you some of these, just because. Yeah, we just need a little more damage and probably another counterattack, and then I think we can actually do this with what we have. If I am smart. Don't shoot right there. I lost track of hero drinks. I think Aerith only has one. Not sure. Yeah, it's probably still not enough, but... Actually, be kind of funny to see how much damage she does do here. There's other targets, so her ultimate will go off this time. But once they die, it'll be a struggle. I didn't get to see how much damage it would do. How's it going, Mecha? Good to see you. I don't think she does enough damage for us to win this, unfortunately. Also, her limit taking up my 4x cut sucks. When I try this for real, I should probably put on Healing Wind. I mean, that's okay, but I'm not going to get many of them. I love that 4x cut, though. This is what we're all here for. I mean, we're surviving, but we're gonna run out of time probably. I don't think so. We're gonna get stunted quite a bit here, unless Aerith one-shots the eyes, which I don't think she will. So we might die right here, depending on what this stomp does. Oh, the crit. That's unfortunate. Oh, she actually does enough damage. Wow. So... wow, this is doable. This is kind of doable. I have to be able to survive the 2 stomps, though, so I do need, like... what I need is the Zydric, but I can't equip the Zydric because I need the HP pluses, so I need either one or the other. But with this setup, I should be able to double Ultima, counter all 4 eyes, and then reset. And then it's just a matter of whether or not we do enough damage. So this will be an interesting fight. I'm actually pretty excited to try this. I want to try to do solo Aerith where we're at right now with like limited grinding to see if we can do it. That would be a fun kind of semi-finale to the challenge run. And then after that, we get Master Command, and we can do some real goofy stuff for the rest of the bosses. But this will be like the hardest boss of the challenge, because Safer will be a victory lap. So I kind of want to try to min-max it and try to beat it at a low level. So that's what we'll do next week. But for now, we have to say goodbye to YouTube. So YouTube, thank you so much for watching Aerith's Revenge. Next week, we will start the real challenge of soloing Emerald Weapon and soloing all the rest of the bosses with Aerith without leveling up too much. It'll be a blast. Hope to see you there. Thanks again for all the love and support on Aerith's Revenge. It's been so awesome meeting all the people that have been coming over from YouTube and all the people that I've been talking to on the Patreon as well. And, you know, reading all the comments as well, everyone's ideas and thoughts about this playthrough. It's been super, super awesome, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So thank you very much for everything. We will catch you in the next episodes of Aerith's Revenge Challenge. We'll see you there. Peace.